Greetings everyone and welcome back to the lunar base, which is slightly buried. There we go. I was about to say, this seems to happen fairly frequently. All of these things up there, I think it's something to do with the way that the game saves. As you can see, I've done a little bit of work though. But as a result of the way the world is saved, when it loads back in, it seems to have forgotten that, oh, wait, a load of things were changed and the train was modified. But the moment I start building anything, it adjusts it. But the little things here and there are definitely a little bit out of place. I hope the devs can work on that or will be able to figure out why it doesn't quite save where things are. I mean, I imagine with a game like this that it's saving it in some sort of... well, it's cutting corners because you don't want to have to save all of this data in a lossless way. It would be staggering. The save files would eat a hard drive. But at the same time, especially considering how many plans there are, but at the same time, you do want it to more or less be the same and not have any drastic changes, like all of these. When I moved these around, when I was cutting away the mountain, all of these things fell away and then disappeared, and it was good. But now they're all back, and so my base is just surrounded by little pink floating squares. Also, my backpack, I'm about as observant as, well, as every other YouTuber, I guess. Talking and playing at the same time, not the best of things. Right, okay, do we have any more resin? I do not. That is a bit of a shame. But the first one that we're going to build, we are going to go ahead and we are going to build a smelter right there. We don't want the printer, we want the smelter. And that only requires 2 compound, which is pretty good. We got 2 compound over here, so let's grab those. This is going to be a good episode. We're going to get the main bulk of the components that we need set up in this episode, but I still only have, unfortunately, 1 resin. That is quite the shame. Let's go for more resin then. We're going to need a fair old bit, so sure, we'll use up all of that hydrogen there to get that for us. We are going to be putting the printer just over here because the way I'm seeing it, I want the buildings that are going to interact a lot near each other. So obviously the fuel condenser and the trade depot, since that's the main thing I trade, very close together. The trade depot and the smelter, because if I'm trying to get copper or aluminium, I'm going to just trade for the ore and then I'm going to need to smelt it, so very close together. When I want to print things, I'm probably going to want the actual metal, not the ore, so I'll have the printer next to the smelter, but not necessarily next to the trade depot, and so on, so forth. There we go. Let's grab all of those. We've now got up to 4, and then let's get this printer built, shall we? Shouldn't be too difficult. The printer is going to require 2 copper, which we certainly still have, and I'm very, very happy for that fact. There we go. Does this have enough power yet? No, not quite, but I'll move that across anyway. Right. Okay, so with this, our base is actually pretty complete. I mean, we haven't got a vehicle bay, but we can always build one of those in a little while. That's not necessary right away. Where are you sending power right now? Oh no, really? You're not connected? Oh, that is hopelessly sad. Hopelessly sad. Let's see, where does the connection break? Where is the connection broken? Really? Oh, that is very, very saddening. It seems that for some reason these have not connected. That is going to be a pain. I guess I'll just have to have a solar generator on each of these individual areas, but that means I'm not going to be able to use batteries. That honestly is really, really upsetting. Oh well. Little bugs like this, they will eventually get fixed. I'm certain of it. I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I'm going to need some copper for that one. Right now, yeah, we want another solar panel. So, compound is what we need, so let's go grab some of that. That actually does really, really sadden me that there's for some reason these have not connected. Alas. Right, let's get these set up though. 1, 2, and build our solar generator. Now I'm going to have one of those for the smelter as well, since it seems these 2 are not connected. I mean, if all of these are still connected to each other and it's just these 2 at the end that aren't connected, that's fine. I can live with that. There we go. All set. Now, we are going to want a... Yeah, we're going to want a battery next, which I think requires copper. So let's go ahead and start loading this. Oh, no, sorry. The battery, of course, only requires lithium. What am I talking about? Nonsense is what I'm talking. Let's get you two. We're going to want another solar generator, though. We'll pop the lithium over here for the time being. Right there. And then we'll go grab the next two pieces of compound. There we are. Now I am going to be building an actual generator fairly soon, I would say, because I would very, very much like to be able to use that coal and just see how much power that thing produces. But doing that when I don't have anything to store the power would probably be a bad idea, because a generator, the small one, and I can only assume that the big one acts much the same way, will not stop generating power even if you can't put it anywhere. So it'll burn through its fuel, and, well, there you go. You've burnt through your fuel. Well done. It's a little bit frustrating, but we'll see. Right, there we go. So everything is now powering up. I'm very, very happy with this. We're going to want some copper for... well, we actually probably want compound more. Copper for the mining drill, but let's get a battery made, shall we? Excuse me. There we go. Now, I guess I could just build a small power generator and pop it there. Or even have a small battery, but that's not really the best one. It's not the best way of doing that, I think. Pop a battery over there. We grab the compound. We'll make another solar panel. Let's go ahead and get that. Bump, bump. There we go. One of these generates quite a sufficient amount of power, but it's not a good way of doing it. I'll be honest, it's a pretty bad way of doing it. One thing I could do to try and work around this problem is if I were to perhaps build... Let's see, will that... Yep, that works. It's just this connector here. For some reason, that one connector has decided to not work for us. We might find that it'll work in the future if we reconnect. I don't know if there's any way to get rid of a factory once it's built, which is unfortunate. We may find one later on. I'm really not certain, but for now they're basically there, because I'd be completely okay with breaking them down and just rebuilding them again, even with the loss of materials. It's not that big of an issue for us thanks to our trading capacity, but we're going to have to look at that in the future. How much is the big generator? It is 2 copper for that, so that is fine, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and get ourselves another solar panel. We'll place that somewhere over here, just so that we can help charge the batteries a little bit faster. I'm not sure if that will actually charge them faster or not. But I would like a central storage. I'm really not certain if there's some sort of throughput limiter on the amount of power that can move into the batteries. We'll see when the sun comes up next. In the meanwhile, what is this? We've got some aluminium there, which would allow us to make a weather vane, or rather a wind vane. I keep saying weather vane. It's never the right word. But for now, let's just grab some malachite, shall we? Let's get them off into the heavens. You have disappointed me. Ah, my lord. Right. The weather... Sorry, the wind vane. I guess I could just stick it at the front here for no particular reason. But you never know, maybe. No, what I need is solar power. I need to have solar generators attached to all these things. It looks like that is actually filling up reasonably fast. There we go. We'll get some more, please. There we are. And we'll also get this loaded up. There we are. And run. There we go. But I'm probably going to build another 2 of these elsewhere because of this, so that they can charge up from the main power grid of the base. I wonder if there's some sort of limit to how many of these can be connected together. That's possible as well. It might just be that the base is now so complex that power can't flow properly. There we go. Generator complete. Let's go and get you placed up here on the little shrine. You're going to be our generator shrine. I I am not going to find out how much power you produce just yet. Well, actually, maybe I could even build this out and have a battery over here. Sure, okay. Let's do that, really. You had to go down that deep? Lunar Base, you are disappointing me, I must confess. I thought you were going to be the best of the bases, but no. No, you're a little bit of a scallywag on the sly. I think you're acting out. Let's get that all dug down and then just kind of try and smooth it out maybe a little bit. I don't think there's much we can do to salvage this particular part, but we'll see. There we are. And then just try and smooth that away. No, that is the opposite of smoothing it out. You're just digging a pit. There we go. Alright, that's decent enough. We'll get another battery, and that way when we run the generator, it'll be able to keep all of that going. We're going to need the lithium for this though, so let's grab that. Move it down to the printer. We are going to need another hydrazine. Oh. Please go back there. No? Things are a little bit janky up here in different ways than they were on the planet. Certain things, like for example, you can see that the highlighted areas no longer showing. It's curious. A little bit worrying. But mostly just curious. Alright, we're going to need another 2 of these to get another lithium, but we want 3 realistically, because I'm going to want 1. Well, actually, maybe not, you know? Maybe not. We'll see. As it happens, for now, yeah, we'll just go with 1 lithium, I think. Just get 1 lithium down here. So, go ahead. Bring me back a lithium, please. There we are. All the power coming through from all these various places. Wow, that is actually a really deep little area. We'll also expand this one out as well, I think. Just for a little bit more. See, that one wasn't as steep. Why can't the rest of you be like this? There we are. I'll just shape this up a bit. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Right, we have got our lithium returning. I do like the lower gravity on this one, being able to just hop over the buildings. That's pretty fun. Pop that over there. And we want a battery. There we go. Now, the next couple of runs are probably going to be for the... what is it called? Not components, composite. There we are. I was really struggling for that word. But we will have a couple of composite brought down. I think it's going to be really important, as that is going to allow me to make a load of tethers. And then we're going to go spelunking. We're still going to need a research area, actually, thinking about it. Hadn't considered that one, I must confess. Perhaps we're going to want this to branch off in this direction then, given that. Now, how deep are you going to go? Actually, that is pretty good. It's a little area, but it's going to face the wrong way. That's the only problem, is you can't control the way these things face, which is a bit of a shame, really. But we'll just dig this out, make this a nice little area. I'm going to do a little bit more building. We're going to get a research area, and by the time you return, we're going to be ready to go spelunking on the moon. So get these set up. There we are. Research. Fantastic. Let's get a bunch. Actually, it looks like are we still running off the battery? Really? That's impressive. Let's pop that there. Can we get another one? Have we not quite got enough power? I don't think we quite have enough power, but I'm fairly certain the sun is already up. So, with the little amount of power generation, or rather power storage that we have already, we're actually in a position where, generally speaking, we don't need to dip into our batteries too much. Let's get a couple of storage panels, though. We're definitely going to need them. I could have a storage panel over there. It doesn't matter as much to have a storage panel here, because, well, that being said, no, more or less everything that goes in the printer only requires 2 items. So, for the most part, I would say that we're okay not to have a storage panel on this particular platform. Same with the research console. You don't need storage there, because the only things that you would actually store are so big that you would not want to put them, or rather couldn't fit them on one of these storages. There we go. Okay, so with 4... Well, actually, you know what? With enough of this compound, we're not actually going to need the oxygen tanks or the battery that we've got with us. So I'm going to store that. The battery... No, we're going to have everything we need. So I will have 1 tank, 1 battery, I think. That'll work the best. Okay, at long last, it's time for us to move out. So, around the base, I'm going to drop 1 or 2 tethers. Simply because I'm going to want to be able to light this place up at night. It doesn't ever get that particularly dark, though, I've got to be honest. But we'll just have a tether here and there. Just to light this place up a little better. 1 there, for example. It's good enough. We'll have 1 about here as well. That'll be good. And, ooh, they all connected? Yeah, they are. Interesting. And another 1 about there. There we go. They're all connecting, which is not quite what I wanted, but that's good enough for now. In the daytime, yeah, we don't need any kind of light, but now then, down there is where we want to go. So, time to start tethering up, I would say. Whee! Ouch. Hello. I didn't notice you before. I'm not entirely certain that I like you. Fairly certain I don't, in fact. Right, let's be sensible about the way we go down here. Let's make little areas for us to... it's kind of like steps, rather than just going straight down a sheer cliff. There we go, and we are connected. Right. Now, problem with you guys, you hurt a lot. So please don't, I guess, is what I want to ask. Will you... Can I not kill you? That is unsatisfactory. Can I maybe just, like, lead you out? Come on. All the way. That's right. Get out of it. Your home is gone. This is now my home. Be gone! I'm gonna bury you. Alive. You're still wiggling. I feel a little bit bad, actually. Even though you hurt me before. I do feel a little bit... Ah! Trying to assassinate me. Everything is trying to assassinate me. Ambush is the other word that I could have used and probably should have. Wow, okay, that's an awful lot of death. Going down there. Awful lot. Especially if I fall in. Right, well, what I would like is to tether up here. There we go. You're going to just be really annoying, aren't you? Yep. I'm going to have to try and just get rid of you. Dig these mass graves for these prickly fungi. And once we're past them, we maybe get to a little bit of actual exploration. I'm going to leave you a tiny little bit of light because I'm not cruel. Also, I kind of want you to have a glimpse of the freedom you once enjoyed that I've taken from you because you harmed me. Spread the message. And then I will make this nice and smooth. Oh, no! Hidden ones. Damn it. There you go. Mikey, there you go. Right, now I need to continue tethering my way down here. Otherwise, this is going to be a fairly short trip. Because I've got much less energy and oxygen storage than I'm used to. Haha! Compound! I knew I'd find you. There we go. I'm not in the mood for gathering research from space fungi. Really? Already? Fairly certain you're not going to be the sort of thing that I need. Unfortunately. Can we get some compound in here? Imagine we can. I want something that looks different from anything I've ever found before. Let's get all of the compound that we can, though. There we go, that's good enough. Now, what have we got down there? That looks different. Coal! Oh my lord, look at all the coal. All of the malachite as well. Wow, that's just too tempting. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have been so proud of myself. There we go. How on earth am I gonna... It keeps going deeper! My goodness. Oh, and you're down there as well. You're gonna spit stuff at me. Well, drat. Oh, actually, we should be able to carve ourselves a path down. Alright. Calm down. Calm down. I don't want to put these too high on the ceiling because... What the dickens is that? If they're too high on the ceiling, then I can't quite connect to them when I'm walking out into the cave. But there is an enormous amount of coal here. I don't think we're going to have any trouble with the generator. There is something which might have blinky eyes, might be a buried head of some ancient, malevolent AI, or it could just be a research project, probably the latter. But we are not going to have to worry about any amount of generation. In fact, I could build a habitat, bring it down, you just build one node for a generator, one node for a battery, and then a platform for research. I mean, look at all the research here. We'd have coal for years. Let's connect around about... Well, anywhere I connect over here is going to get dug up, let's be honest with ourselves. So let's just do that instead. There we go. Right, what can we do? That'll do. And yeah, I'm going to be annoying to you. Sorry, but no. Come on. Get down here, you. Pop. That gas is not a problem for us, thankfully. I'm going to have one of the tethers come down here, just so it's a little bit easier for me to connect up. And for now... What on earth are you? Oh, you a plant, are you? Ah, that's significantly less awesome. What? What? We have found interesting things. Pop that there. Let's bridge across. We have found the skeleton of some ancient moon beast. Can I do anything with it? Let's dig it out. Oh, it's just that. Okay. What else have we found over here? Because that is definitely research I haven't seen before. Let's tear that up there. Ow. Wow, this goes so deep. Let's go ahead and repair this. Sure, let's get one over there as well. In fact, that's actually a better angle to approach this. Oh, that's already leading down for me. So, what are you then? Can I select you? No. Doesn't say unknown. Okay, we've got a path to go further down. Oh my goodness, still goes further down. This is glorious. Hop. How deep does this go? Still ridiculous amounts of coal down here. And looks like that is actually a gap that it goes even further. But let's head back up. We've found a lot of random stuff that I would like to investigate now. But I wanted to make sure that the area was safe. Let's just grab you. I mean, is it possible that we will have something where... No! Come back! You're like Truck-chan. My goodness. Can't take my eyes off you. You just sit there. Is it? It is actually just rolling. Okay, fine. I'm going to make you a little pit. You can sit in there. Right, what did you have on you? Let's have a look. You had... Dynamite? What? Also some oxygen. You know, I'll take that. I'm very interested in the dynamite, though. What did it say? Battle something? Oh, battery. Battle. Okay, well, let's head over here, tether up, let my oxygen tanks fill. No, go away. There we are. Wonder how one uses dynamite. I want to test. Also, what? Is this a radio antenna? Hello? Can I interact with you? No? What are you? Oh, wait. I just realized what I was about to do. That's the... Is that writhing or is it just moving? Oh, dear Lord. I thought it had come alive. That was terrifying. So I'm assuming that you're hanging down... Yeah, you are hanging down to the floor below. It's like Half-Life. Okay, well, so far, we've got some dynamite that I feel... Actually, I'm not sure if dynamite would be good on coal. I think that might cause some issues, in fact. Let's use the dynamite on this stuff instead. What are you? Also, yeah, there are loads of splitting plans. I'm going to need to get rid of you first, aren't I? You can come over there. Same as you. And pop, hopefully. Can I kill you? Oh, damn, you've spat at me already. Okay, running away. Poison gas, no joke. Very, very nasty stuff. Leave me alone. Nope. No thanks. Be gone. Okay, we're good. And back around we go. Okay, well, let's just see if I can get this then. What is it? I have no idea, but I want it. Lots of it, please. What? Can I not dig that? Well, that's can I not do that either? What? What have we got here then? I've only got a little bit of this stuff, and I want more. I'm gonna die to poison if I don't move. Can they... No, it seems that the gas actually does get stopped by physical things. I wasn't sure before, but... Okay, well, let's see. Can we use the dynamite? Okay. I was hoping it would stick to that, but apparently not. I really want to know how to make it. There we go. It's one dead. Maybe both of them dead, actually. I'm still being chased. I want that stuff. Maybe the drill connection would work. Wow, really? Still chasing me? But I'm going to guess that if we could get the drill, that we might be able to dig through that. Either that or it is just completely impassable. I mean, you know, all sorts of games have that sort of terrain. Oh wait, no, there's a little bit over there. Is that enough? I want to know what you are. Astroneer. What? Have you spat at me? No. Let's quickly kill you while I got the chance. There we are. Okay, well, I think we've got a new element. I have no idea what it's used for. We've got a couple of things that we can research. I'm going to go and grab the weird glowy sphere. I wish I could research you. But we're going to head back to base. I will see you there. My goodness, that's a long walk. Especially when you're carrying something so you're slower. Well, that being said, I don't actually feel like I'm slower like I usually am. Right, what is this then? Oh, what? You want to go there? Can I? Wait, What are you doing? You're not generating power. And you're going into the middle of things. Can I trade it? No. Can I do anything with it? What are you? Tell me your secrets, little white and black ball with the wiggly lines. Okay, now I feel slow though. Alright, I don't believe it has any secrets to share with me. Okay. Well, given that then, let's store the Astroneer. I'm not sure what that is used for though. Maybe it would work in the generator. Maybe it won't. I really don't want to waste it, so I'm not going to try and find out. We will pop that down there though. Solar power, probably unnecessary in there. But I guess I may as well. I can use that for extra storage, but I'm going to keep it like this. The oxygen tank, though, not necessary. Let's drop that off somewhere over here. Where was I putting all my things? Where did I attach all of my... Ah, there we are. Let's put my equipment locker over there. Okay. I'm going to go and find something else then, one of the items, maybe the one that was attached to the skeleton. I'll bring you back just to see if we research anything new. This is actually remarkably dangerous once I start skidding. Okay, here we are. That was a long walk. Now, ultimately, I remember that we had more mechanical looking research projects dotting the hills the last time I was on the moon. So hopefully... we will get around to building a vehicle base and just get out... Oh, damn it, lithium. I mean, not damn it, but damn it. But hopefully we're going to be able to get out there and find some of these more interesting looking researchers. I have no idea how many things there are to research. We may have already uncovered them all. But given that I'm finding new stuff, I'm hopeful that there's a little bit more to discover. But that is going to be it for me for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and do remember to like if you liked, sub if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.